As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on tools and parts I use in today's video. Today, this is like a, oh man, what'd you say, 96 Subaru Forester. It'll be right in the title and description and all that. And it's a window regulator and motor. Let's check it out. Okay, y'all, the first thing we gotta do is take the panel off to be able to access your regulator. And how we're gonna do that is, first, there is a piece that goes over your door handle like this. You're gonna take something like this, come behind that plastic piece and pop, come inside the top, pop, and you'll be able to pop this piece off. It's gonna be holding it on there. Next, you'll have a Phillips head right in there. Just take your little flat head, pry up on the cover. There you go. You're gonna take that Phillips out, and then you'll even have a Phillips up here too. This is all gone now, but there'll be a Phillips head right. It's actually right in there. You can see. So you'll lefty-loosey that, take that Phillips head out, and then you're gonna start popping the panel off. You just grab onto it and yank it, and it should snap out. And it's always possible, and most likely you're always gonna break those plastic clips, at least some of them, not all of them. But you can take, again, your tool like this, and should be able to find these in the video description down below, like on Amazon. But just pop all the way around, and then just yank it off. And it's gonna get kind of hung up on this as well when you're trying to do that. So you're gonna pop this out a little bit, and then with your right hand here, your left hand here, you're gonna pull up on it, because this also catches on this edge right here. You're gonna pull up and away, and then you'll get here, but these electrical connectors will be connected to your switches right here. And to do that, what I did, I took a little screwdriver. I would, like on this one, press in with your little screwdriver. No, I pressed in with my big screwdriver there and took my little screwdriver and pried it out. This one didn't take as much effort. I just took my little screwdriver and just kind of pushed out, popped it out. And then you'll be able to set this off to the side, out of your way. Now, we're gonna look at the actual regulator with the motor. And this is it. This is the new one. And you got, and all your little bolts are like 10s. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt holes there. You got 2 studs, studly guys, right there and there, and just nuts go on there. And then how this looks on the car is, you got a nut there, and then you got, I already took 1, 2 bolts out, and then I just loosened this one. Then you're gonna take that one out. You're gonna wanna get your window out before you take that all the way out. In my situation, it won't roll up at all. So I'm gonna have to work around this. If it still moves, it's a little bit more helpful. You have to loosen this tin, loosen that tin. I'm gonna take a wrench and try and get in there. And then depending on where it's locked, you're just gonna have to get creative. But most of the time you should still have some up and down left in it, so you can kind of position it to make it easier. And then we've also got, there's another tin. I'll see if I can get it in the picture. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to show this, but you can see, can I see it with the camera? Can I focus the camera? Okay, you saw it there for a second. I think that's it right there. Is that it? That is not even it. It's down there. Guys, I'm not gonna be able to show this, but there's another tin like your other ones, and it is also a nut, and it's gonna be sitting right down in there. So again, I'm gonna have to get creative. What I'll do is I'll take my hand, I'll come in like this with my tin wrench, and then I'll take that one. I think that one has to be taken all the way off. And then I can show you on the regulator what it's gonna look like. But here you can see those nuts, you just loosen them. That's on the right side of the window. And then this one, you can see you're gonna have to take it all the way off. So, but that's kind of the position on the new one. So I am going to go ahead and attempt to remove this thing. If I run into any problems, I will show you what I did to get around them. Alright, so the first issue I ran into was it was really difficult for me to get to that 10 on the left side of the window. So in my particular situation, what I was able to do, so I went ahead and just unbolted the motor, got the studs off, kind of pushed that up, and then it kind of frees it. It's still attached to the regulator, but I was still kind of able to, you can see I pulled the window up, and then I was able to come in here and get my wrench on that nut. You'll see kind of there. So I will be able to take it off from here, and once I get that off, I've already got those two loose, I'll be able to pull the window up and out of the way. Okay guys, next thing I ran into is after experiencing how painfully slow it was to remove the nut that way, because I only had like a half a turn, I'd flip the wrench half a turn. That had taken 30 minutes, probably not, but I said, hey, you know what, I'll just take the speaker out. So the speaker is 1, 2, 3 screws, looks like that. There's a little connector, just kind of push, pull your connector out, and ta-da, now we can see the nut. So I'll just take that nut off and then take the window out. When you take the window out, I want to say this one's like connected in a weird funky way. So what I might actually do instead of pulling the whole window out is just lift it up, shove some stuff down here to keep it from sliding down. We'll see what happens. Okay guys, here we are at the next phase of the project. Now, this bar was sitting in here, okay? You had that bottom bolt was right there, was a nut, and then the top two right here, stud, two up top. Now, this has to be aligned properly. I was hoping, hey, let's not take this out because I don't want to have to mess with the alignment of the thing. Also, there's a piece in here, it's like a stopper. That is sitting down here somewhere, right there. This piece also sits in there like that, and it stops it, okay? So you're gonna have to take all that out apparently, because the new one, like your old one, just kind of slides out. The new one, you're gonna have to come in from the bottom, and here, I'll show you what it looks like. So this little roller that you're looking at, you're gonna have to push it in from the bottom, and I'm not even gonna be able to just like push it like that. I might be able to, yeah, there we go. You can see it slid in there. But like the old one came out loose from the top, you're not gonna be able to just slide it in, at least I was not able to. Maybe if you're using the old regulator and put a new motor on it, you can do that, but it's gonna be a tight fit. So that probably won't work for your new roller. So I'm gonna take this now, put it back up in there, and hopefully I won't run into any more issues. I'll let you know here in a minute. Okay y'all, and I have made it to the end of the project, and what I ended up doing was I did end up taking this all the way out of the panel. It's got this little clip right there. I just took a flathead and kind of pushed in on both sides and then popped this the rest of the way out. Then I just plugged the window switch part back up in there, and then I was able to roll up and down to be able to position the motor, because you're not going to be able to position this motor for the bolts to line up unless you roll up and down. And then I did get my bar back in. It wasn't too hard to line up. What I did was, and you guys can avoid this, you shouldn't have to take this out. If you start the job, you shouldn't have to take that out. Just take the whole piece out and leave that, never unloosen that. But even if you do take it out, it's not that big of a deal. But when you put everything back in, keep these loose, and keep that and that one right up under there kind of loose. And then we'll just tighten them up kind of where you saw them, okay? And then you can sit in the car, roll it up and down, make sure it's sealing, you know, up top. Make sure it's not going up too high or not high enough or whatever. And make sure everything goes up and down smoothly. So I'm trying to think, I think that pretty much covers everything. Let's see, I got this, just of course make sure, oh yeah, I did have to take that out. I used that flat tool I showed you earlier, just to kind of pop that out. This thing also I popped out, and that goes, I don't know, I feel like it goes up there, but You just clip it in there somewhere. Doesn't matter a whole lot. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Going back together, you're just gonna, you kind of take that panel, take your plastic. I mean, you really don't need it, but it's good. They put it on there. It's like a weather protection, and I think it also helps with the noise a little bit. You're just gonna stick it, stick it back on there. Let's see, putting that back on there. You're just gonna start by setting it down on here, and then kind of wiggle down, and it'll kind of straighten up, and then just kind of pop. All those plastic clips will pop back into their respective holes. And of course, you got the screw, you got the one screw there, and then you can see you got your one screw going through that door handle. And then you had that little thing that went around the door handle, clip that back in, and that is pretty much it. I've worked through all the problems now, so you should have everything you need to know. If not, ask questions in the comments down below. I'm sure myself or somebody else will be able to answer your question. So thanks for watching. See you next time.